So grateful you joined us for show after the show today. Brenda Parks is with us. She is the VP of Children Ministry at Miracle Hill Ministries. We have a big family shortage right now when it comes to foster care. But first, Brenda, I want to get to know you. I understand you are a graduate from USC and in criminal justice.
Yes, I am. I
And,
am. I had this idea that I'd serve youth, actually in like juvenile justice, but I think I'm in a better place to serve them with the families that, to possibly offer some resilience and hope. So,
you met your husband in college?
my honey, I did. I
You
sure did.
did.
I did. We actually had the same major, so we were in class together. So that's how we met.
Oh, first sight love, that kind of thing?
No, no.
No.
He's a great guy, but it was not love at first sight.
I understand he proposed to you in a very unusual way.
Yeah, because so we our hearts warmed for one another. We went through school, we graduated together. He parted, and of course, my heart had grown big for him, and we were distant lovers, if you want to put it that way. And so through our conversations and our connection through distance, that's when the proposal came.
And how?
On the phone,
On the phone.
on the phone, yeah, just saying, I can't stand being away from you, kind of thing. I want you to be here with me, kind of thing. And the rest is history. I've been
Yeah.
traveling and following him since.
Yeah, all over Germany, I hear.
hmm Yeah, I used to tell people, I probably Rob, it was kind of funny, but I give God all the glory, I promise you, because we got married, moved to Atlanta, then moved to San Francisco, then moved to Munich, West Germany, then moved to Greenville. And we did all of that in about 16 months or so. And, it
Hmm.
was just like, it just really, I used to say I'm around the world in 90 days.
You're empty nesters. Your kids are already out of the house, but were they a part of the traveling experience too?
Well, we gave birth to our initial son, our oldest son in San Francisco. We did. And
Okay.
so God took us through a lot and, really, really strengthened us because he was a very sick little boy. And to be sick
Hmm.
in Munich was difficult because I didn't speak the language and my husband traveled. And so the one thing that sticks out to me, and I had to lean on the Lord because I was there by myself, was that the night that he had to go to the hospital and the doctor said, they couldn't speak very good English either, but the one thing they could say was he's a sick little boy. He's a very
Hmm.
sick little boy. And so, here you are away from your family, but you've got God, right? He says he's an ever-present help, but away from your family, your baby is really, really ill. You don't know what's wrong with him. And he's with a, foreign hospital and and I'll be honest with you, the first time I saw him, when they took him back, he'd been wired up to so much. It was like, I can't go in there. I can't stand to see him like that. But then this like the spirit came over me and said, that's your baby.
Hmm.
You got to go in there. And so, yeah, but today he's good. He's been
Good.
delivered and he has suffered through and he's had transplants and all that, but he's still here, right? So it's
Good.
good.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is so good.
Mhm.
From criminal justice to DSS.
Yeah. Mhm. That's me. Sure did. And the interesting thing about I always had a heart for adoption, right? Just didn't know how to navigate to get there. And when I first moved here, and I had been moving so much, I felt like, people won't trust the fact that, you've been moving, you don't stay in a job. But speaking of my sweet husband, he actually made contact with DSS
Hmm.
directly himself too. And so the rest is history. So I spent nearly 30 years with the department who I grew very much with. And the majority of those years, Rob, actually was with adoption, where my heart and strength are. Mhm.
And now here you are with Miracle Hill and very much a part of foster care and adoption. And you say there's a family shortage right now.
I wow, thank you for even saying that because it is. I would scream on the top of Mount Everest. The need is so great. And we at Miracle Hill are in great need of families who are willing to give of themselves to care for, suffer the little children to come unto me, for such is the kingdom. And I'm really looking for families. Also, we've got a unique need here at Miracle Hill because we transition our group home or shelter to make them foster family homes. So we've got homes, literal homes, where we need individuals who would come in and move in and bring their family and then be a foster family. So I'm in desperate need. I'm hoping people will hear loudly that, I want to do this, but maybe I don't have the residence. Well, call me, call us. Let's consider that. And then maybe you do have your home. Maybe you do have your family, and you just want to give in some way, and you may want to do it. So call us. Because what we realize is that foster care, the needs are great, and people have hearts, and a lot of times they don't get it all. So we want to give it to them so they do get it. Another thing that we need is for those who take sibling groups as well. But what's important? What I found is that a lot of people don't even really know the story. And so I'm looking for ambassadors for foster care, right? Miracle, and just to be talking about it, because the more you talk about it, I feel confident more people will respond. They'll hear it, and then the spirit will rise in them. Lord, I can do this if it's your will. So
yeah. Before our time is through, you also have a need not just for sibling groups, but also for teenagers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Rob, do you remember when you were a teenager? Do you remember, that you still needed your parents to give you that high five or that fist bump to say, of course, I don't know back then. I don't know how old you are, but fist bumps were not popular when I was younger. So it was more the high five. But anyway, yeah, we need, because our teens still need to be nurtured. They need to be cared for. They need to be valued. They need to know that somebody cares about them. And so we critically do need individuals who take teenagers and sibling groups.
Yeah, and as a former teenager that lived in the streets by himself, let me tell you, it's a huge need, and I would have given anything to have a family to go to. I tell you, Brenda, it's been a joy speaking to you today, getting to know you a little bit, and your heart for these kids is just so big and so loud, and I love it.
Thank you, His Radio. Thank you, and thank you, guys, people. Please answer the call. Give me a call. Give Miracle Hill Ministries a call.
We have a link to the website right on this page. You can click on it right here. We'll get you right through to Miracle Hill Ministries and to Brenda Parks. Brenda, thank you.
Thank you. God bless.